Hey guys, it's Jess from Madden Crafts again, and I wanted to jump on Facebook Live today because I got something in the mail that I really wanted to share with you before you start your holiday shopping. If you have any teen or maybe young, or I should say young teen, tween girls on your shopping list, you know that they are really hard to shop for, and they probably have a lot of things already that you don't know what to buy for them. I was able to see at Creativation earlier this year a brand new line from Plaid that is in collaboration with someone called LaurDIY. And if you don't know who LaurDIY is, I bet your teenage or tween daughter knows who she is. She is a very popular YouTuber who has a channel that is mainly based on crafts and DIY, specifically sort of focused toward younger girls, and it has a really cute aesthetic, and she has sort of turned it into this mini empire. And she teamed up with Plaid, who are the people who make Mod Podge and Martha Stewart craft paints, to release her own line of craft supplies. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will link up here or up here to a video where I show you the preview that we got of her craft line back in January. The line actually hit stores in September, I think. And I reached out to Plaid and I said, please send me some LaurDIY goodies so I can share it with my audience, because I think people my age would enjoy using it. I know people my age would enjoy using it, but daughters of people my age are going to go crazy over this. So I wanted to show you what I got so that you can get some ideas for when you head out to do your holiday shopping this year. So I have opened this box, but I haven't gone through it at all. So this is a real actual unboxing where I'm going to see everything for the first time. These products were in stores in September. I am not sure if they have restocked in like Michael's and Joann since then. I am going to include, after I'm finished with this Facebook Live, I'm going to include links in the description below for where you can buy it online. I will link to the Plaid store, and then I will also try to find some Amazon links in case you're watching this closer to the holidays and you need to get some last minute gifts so you can hit up that 2-day shipping too. All right, so I'm going to get into the unboxing of LaurDIY's craft line with Plaid. And you can't see it because it's off camera. This whole big heavy box is full of goodies from Plaid. So let's jump into it. Like I said, her audience on YouTube is mostly girls, I would say from like 9 to 15 years old. So that aesthetic is really carried out in the packaging for the products. So first of all, on top, there's this super cute paintbrush, and if you can see, the handle is sort of like pastel rainbow. It's really cute, and I think it's really smart how they aimed toward that demo when they were creating this product line. And in case you don't know who LaurDIY is, there's her photo right there on the back. She's super cute, she's really fun, and she's kind of getting a whole new generation excited about doing DIY projects, which I really appreciate. Hi, Lynn. Hi there in Atlanta. I'm sure you're a lot warmer down there than we are here in Michigan. All right, so that's my first product. And then, let's see, next I have just some paint sponges that are super useful and reusable, so that just like the paintbrush, these aren't just one-off craft kits. These are tools that they can use more than once. And again, with the really smart marketing, they're actually, each sponge is a cute little heart. I just like little touches like that in products that it's good for marketing, but it's just cute all around. All right, next I have a couple of iron-on transfers. That's a really nice, not too difficult craft project because you just need to place the transfers and then iron them on, but it's a cute starter DIY project. And along that same vein, here are some more iron-on products. First of all, this is gorgeous. I love this. This is a holographic sheet. So you can cut it with scissors, or if you have a craft cutter, I think you would be able to run that through your craft cutter into whatever shapes you want. And then you can just iron that onto a t-shirt or a pillowcase or a backpack, whatever you would like. So that's another really cool product from this line. If you aren't big on YouTube, holographic stuff is really huge with YouTube creators, so that was a neat nod to that as well. And then here are some more iron-on fabric letters. These are glittery, again appealing to that sort of tween, young teen demographic. And then we get back into some more craft tools. Here are another set of paint brushes, again with that sort of same ombre pastel handle. And a pair of craft scissors, which I don't know if you can see in this light. The blades are actually sort of that holographic oil slick kind of metal. And let's see, we've got some stencils. Here is just some peel and stick paper stencils. I was able to try out some of her line of stencils when I was at Creativation in January, and they work really well. They have a backing on it, and you peel that off, and the stencil itself is adhesive, but it's like a reusable tacky adhesive. So you can position it, but if you don't like where you've placed the stencil, you can reposition it, and then you can put it back on its backing and use that stencil over and over and over again. So again, this is a really neat craft tool that you can buy that isn't disposable. That's one thing that kind of, I wouldn't say it bothers me, but a lot of craft things for younger girls are kits, which are great because they have all the tools and supplies all contained in one product, but it's a one and done kind of a situation. And one of the great lessons that you can learn from making things yourself is that you can save money, or you can bring new life to something that was old, and you're not just making something and then throwing the box away and being done with it. You can use the same thing over and over and over again. So I appreciate that from LaurDIY's line with plaid. Here's some more of those stencils, just a little bit smaller. And let me see if I can get in here and get as many of the stencils as I can find from this big box. Have some more letters. And then this one is actually a multi-pack. There's a unicorn, and you can't really see it. It's a ice cream cone, and then a bunch of stars and hearts. Again, hitting that target market. So if you've got tween or teen girls, they will, I think, like this stuff a lot. And then this is actually some of the stencils I was able to use. Do I still have that down here? I don't want to dig around for it too much, but I made a project at Creativation, a make and take, using some of these products. And I used this stencil, and this says Wild Thing, which is backwards for you. You'll just have to trust me. And then there's an actual repositional leopard print so that you can like block out a spot with leopard print and then move it, and then the pattern repeats. So that's really cool. And then you can also buy these larger packages of stencils that kind of coordinate. Again, we've got another leopard print, a rose, a skull, some flames. And on the back, it has some project ideas for each one of these products. And it shows you, I guess it doesn't tell you how to do it other than placing the stencils, but it does tell you what paints they use to create that project. So if you're going to buy this stencil and you think they might like to make this t-shirt, or these jeans, I guess they actually are, then you would buy these paints to go along with it. So that's handy if you're at the craft store and you don't know what to buy together. Look on the back of the package. Along with stencils, she came out with a line of foam stamps, which are really fun and easy to use, and they're also really easy to clean because they're foam. You can just squeeze the paint right out of them when you're washing them. So that's really neat, and especially easy for beginner crafters. Here's another set right here. And one more. This one has got what looks like the poop emoji and a pineapple and a cactus and an ice cream cone and a shell. And then there's some more tools in here. We've covered this before, but just so you can see, there's a wide range of different crafting tools that are part of this line. Now this one says it's specifically for glitter like fabric paint, I never believe brushes are just one thing, but these are made especially for that. I think probably because they're, actually, can you see? They're like a foam instead of a bristly brush. So it's good for spreading on a glitter fabric paint. But I'm sure you could use these for a lot of different applications. All right, and more stencils. Here's another peel and stick kit. This one is called, does it have a name? Unicorn Whimsy. So it has lots of unicorn themed peel and stick stencils. When you see it, where it's this pink kind of stencil, that is something that you can peel off the back and position it wherever you want to, and it's really forgiving because you can move it if you've made a mistake and reposition it. More iron-on goodies, another set of glittery letters, and a different holographic iron-on. Man, my lights are not working with this. You have to trust me, it's pretty. It's kind of a lavender pink holographic iron-on. More stencils. And then I'm going to just kind of grab handfuls here. She has a line of fabric paints, and they're in really on-trend colors. So you'll notice the ones I'm holding up right here would go really well with that Unicorn Whimsy stencil kit because it's in those sort of pastel-y unicorn colors that are pretty trendy right now. In addition to those regular super soft fabric paints, there are some great, they're called Galaxy paints. Again, if you're not familiar with YouTube, Galaxy was a really big trend on YouTube. In fact, people are still kind of cashing in on that for DIY projects. And these are all really nice glitter paints. And it says they're super glitter. So I'm assuming what that usually means is there's more glitter in the base than with a traditional glitter paint. And let me actually open one of these to see. Yeah, it looks like there are, is this going to focus? I don't know if it will or not. There are actual multiple sizes of glitter contained within the base. There's a chunkier glitter and a fine glitter. That's one of my favorite things that Plaid does with a lot of their glitter products, is they include more than one size of glitter. And you wouldn't think it makes that big of a deal, but it really makes a huge difference in the impact of the sparkle after your paint has dried down. So I think that's really cool. So there's a lot of those glitter and regular fabric paints in here. And then there's another fun paint product, and that are these doodle paints. And these are kind of like the puffy paints that you remember from growing up, and they have a shiny finish or a glitter finish once they dry down. And the neat thing about these bottles, when I was growing up, puffy paints came in these little itty bitty little bottles that felt like whenever you squeezed them, if you squeezed too hard, all the paint came out at once. These have, and I've had other paints in this sort of a bottle and applicator, have a really nice design to them. So you don't feel like you're going to accidentally squeeze all the paint out at once. You still have to do a little testing before you start to make sure it's flowing properly. But this is a really good way for beginners to start working with dimensional paints. So I've got tons of that. I'm actually going to dig around that. And then if you have added some stencils to your project and you've done some, maybe some puffy paint and some glitter, you can throw some pom-poms on that too. She has some pom-pom trim. This is really cute along the edge of a pillow. If you do, like, you can take a t-shirt and paint it and decorate it, and then just, you have to sew up like 3.5 of the sides, turn it inside out, and shove a pillow in there or some stuffing and sew it back up, and then glue this on the edges. And that's a really cute project for someone who just has, like me, beginning sewing skills and can just do straight lines. It's a really, you get a lot of satisfaction out of the project, and you get to learn your sewing skills a little bit better. But it's not going to be frustrating because you don't have to follow a pattern or anything. All right, we've got even more iron-on letters. And I think what you've been noticing with all of these, like the alphabet stencils and iron-ons, is they've got really cool font choices. They're not kind of stuffy serif fonts that you might see in the craft store already. These are really tailored towards a younger audience. Here I've got more stencils. This one is called Gypsy Spirit, and this is called Galaxy Girl. At Creativation, they had a whole booth set up showcasing all of these new LaurDIY products, and they had 4 mannequins set up that were supposed to embody the vibe of the line. And one was sort of galaxy, and one was sort of princessy, and one was sort of like harder edge. And it was really neat how they had the forethought to think through these different kind of personalities that may be using the products, but that's still all, you know, it's still a cohesive line. I just think this line was really well done, which was why I was excited to get my hands on it. Another cool use of stencils is something that's called like a stencil resist, or a reverse stencil. And the way they label these are masking stencils. And what you can do, you can actually see it on the back of the package. You place this stencil down and you paint around it. You can do like just with the brush. You can do, if you have like a fabric spray paint, and it results in something like this, which is kind of a neat look instead of just a regular stencil. And you don't have to have a fancy die cutter to cut out vinyl for a stencil, because it just comes all pre-made in this kit. All right, here are more of the, there really are tons of stencils in this kit. This is another alphabet, 2 more alphabet sets of the repositionable stencils. I think I've said that wrong at least once before now. This one I'm looking forward to using because I think this is adorable. These are a bunch of like fast food designs. There's a soft serve ice cream cone and sprinkles. There's some French fries. There's some donuts. It's a really, really cool, cute stencil kit. This one is called Sweetie Pie. Here are some more of those reverse stencils, or the masking stencils. And you can see right here, they made a really cool unicorn pillow. Again, a really quick and easy starter project using this unicorn reverse stencil. And in this kit, you get some triangles and some speech bubbles. All right, I'm still digging in here. Here are some more craft tools. This is a neat idea that I don't think I've seen elsewhere in craft stores. This is a kit specially designed to help distress your own denim. And there are probably some moms watching this that are cringing because they paid $40, $50 for a pair of jeans and now you're going to wreck them. But this would be a cool thing to do if you go out to a thrift store and buy a pair of old jeans for cheap. And then you come home and you can use the wire brush and you can use the tweezers to pull out threads and really get in there and rip them up and make them very on trend, instead of paying $95 and up for the already distressed jeans that you can get at the department store. You can do them yourself. And what I saw, this one is called the Denim Distressing Kit, Kim. What I saw at Creativation was that they combined something like this with one of the other projects, like a stencil. So you do the distressing and then you do a stencil on the back pockets, or a stencil on the bottom, like by the cuff of the pants. So this is really neat. And then kind of along that same fashion-y vein, she also has a couple of sets of pins and patches. And these are really trendy right now too. In this kit, there are 2 sort of space alien themed patches and 1 enamel pin, and that's Galaxy Girl. You can remember that from one of the products earlier. That was one of the 4 mannequins that they had set up at Creativation to show off this line. So this patch kit or patch set could go along with those stencils and those paints, and etc. And then this one is the Vintage Rebel. And again, you get 2 patches and an enamel pin. And then here is another. And this is the Unicorn Whimsy set. And I really like the Not So Itty Bitty DIY Committee patch right there. I think that's pretty cute. And let's see, I'm trying to dig in here to see if there's anything else. Okay, here's the last set of pins and patches. This one is the Sweetie Pie, so that would go with that set of stencils that had the ice cream cone and the donut and the french fries. And here we've got a patch with her dog, and her dog's name is Moosey, so this says Moosey's Fan Club. And then DIY Queen and a little enamel pin of scissors. And then she has some iron-on fabric tape. This is really cool. It kind of looks like washi tape, but actually what you do is you cut out however much you'd like, you position it on your fabric, whether it's for apparel or for home decor or whatever, and then you apply a pressing cloth and iron it on, and you can add this really sparkly, neat detail just by laying out a strip of this tape and ironing it on. So that's really cool. Let's see, what else in here can I show you? I've got tons of these iron-on letters in all different fonts. And then another one of those fabric tapes. Again, this time, you probably can't see it under my studio lights. It's holographic glitter, which means it's a rainbow glitter. It reflects rainbows under the correct lights, which these aren't. What else do we have in here? Oh, here's another iron-on patch. This one isn't a letter. This one is an alien head. So you don't just have to get the alphabet iron-ons. She has them in shapes as well. And then this is a cool paint product that I think, don't quote me on this, I think debuted at Creativation in January. And it's a texturific paint. It's a fabric paint, and it applies similarly to most fabric paints, but if you let it dry a little bit, actually you let it dry 24 hours, and then you take a steam iron and you iron the back of the project. So if you're doing a t-shirt, you apply the paint to the front of the t-shirt like you normally would, let it dry for 24 hours, turn it inside out, and apply a steam iron to the inside of the shirt. It actually makes this paint sort of puff up and raise up. So it's got a really cool textured quality. And that's a neat way to add dimension to your projects without like any real specialty tools. You just need an iron and this specific kind of fabric paint. And again, check out the colors. The color range is really, really cute, and it's really, again, aimed at her target demographic, which is those tween and teen girls. All right, I've got lots of stuff in here I haven't shown you yet, but mostly it's more of what I've already shown you. It's lots more of these iron-on patches in different shapes and different letters. This one is a flame, which is kind of cool. And I believe, again, don't quote me on this. Oh yeah, it does say there. I believe you can, after these are ironed on, because if you notice they're all white, I believe you can decorate them. You can paint them, you can use fabric markers on them, you can apply some of the glitter paint. So it's kind of like a blank canvas that you can iron on to your project. And is there anything in here that I haven't shown you a version of yet? I don't think so. Get down to the very bottom. Oh, here's one that's kind of similar to something that I've shown you, but not exactly the same. This is more of that fabric tape, but instead of being glitter, it's that sort of iridescent tape, like I showed you with the iron-on sheet. I'm going to knock everything over by doing this. This would be it in like a big sheet version, and then this is the smaller tape version. And again, with both of these, they're iron-on products. So you can cut them however you'd like and then iron them right onto your products. Kim, I will put links in the description of this video after I'm all finished here. You may be able to find some of them in Michael's or Joann, but I have a feeling those stores may have closed them out in order to make room for holiday stuff. But you can always find it on the Plaid website, the Plaid online store. And then I will also add some links to finding them on Amazon. There'll be affiliate links, so I will get a little kickback if you buy anything from Amazon. It won't cost you anything extra. But if you want to take advantage of their fast shipping, you can find it on Amazon as well. All right, there's more stuff in here, and what I may end up doing, because Plaid was so generous to send me this huge box of awesome LaurDIY products, I think I may go out and buy one or get one of those flat rate, if it fits at chips boxes, and stuff it full of goodies, and then I'll have some kind of a giveaway to make sure that one of you gets to try out some of this good stuff. And I will have more details about that probably next week sometime. This is a really crazy busy week for me all through the weekend. So once I get through next Tuesday, life eases up a little bit, and then I can get back to more regularly scheduled programming. So look for that sometime before Thanksgiving. If you have a tween or a young teen, I really highly suggest at least checking this out, because this is a cool gift that they can unwrap, but it's still an experiential gift, which I love. I love gifts that are something you can do together, that teach a new skill, that aren't just another item that is going to get played with for 2 weeks and then will sit on a shelf. So I think this is a really cool gift idea if you are shopping for someone in that age demographic, or if you just like it yourself and you want to try it out. I'm not going to judge you. I want to play with this like immediately. It's really pretty. So again, I will put links to all of these. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not going to link every individual product, but I will send you links to where you can find this and check it out for yourself. All right, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will answer them as best I can. I have done a couple of holiday hauls in the past weeks, so scroll back through my Facebook feed to find those if you are interested in seeing the craft supplies I found both at consumercrafts.com and my local Dollar Tree. I may do one more of those videos because I caved at the Target dollar spot last week and bought a bunch of a bunch of Christmas stuff there. So I may do one more shopping haul here on Facebook for that. If you are watching this replay on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. If you're not already, give this video a thumbs up and hit the bell notification so you find out whenever I post a new video. Whether on Facebook or YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and visit me on my blog, maddencrafts.com. Thanks so much. Bye.